This has been need to be talked about for far too long. You have people on Twitter complaining about it every single day, I feel like. So Rocket League cannot keep getting away with this. Every single season feels more and more lazy and loses more of this game's magic. However, I would like to make a disclaimer before I go more in depth into this issue. I do love Rocket League. I really like a lot of the people over at Psyonix. I think they're great guys. I think they work hard. But this is just something that needs to be talked about more. Rocket League has an issue as of the past probably 4 seasons, I would say, where it just feels like everything is more lazy. And this really, looking at the Rocket Pass today, was the tipping point for me making this video. I've held it in for a long time, and I've been waiting. But everything feels more lazy, okay? So, at first, you like start looking at the Rocket Pass and you're like, okay, we have a nice card. Now, I do actually like this card. I think it's unique and I think they did a good job on it. Also, can I just point out, before I go even further into this, that Rocket League is really, really bad at advertising their game to an audience outside of the people that already play it. Like, I feel like everything Rocket League makes is advertised and geared towards people that already play the game, which is horrible marketing. It's horrible marketing. And for a company that has Epic behind them now, this just is unacceptable, I feel like. But let's go through the Rocket Pass because this is what sparked it. So we have the car, which is cool, and then we have all these items. I mean, they're all whatever. I mean, they're great and all, I guess. Not really. They're just kind of boring. You scroll through. I looked at these, so I'll tell you. I mean, these wheels are alright. Whatever. I like this. I think the stickers are cool. And then we have these wheels. And then we have these wheels. Okay, this one's kind of unique, but it's whatever. Same with this decal. It has the pulsating thing. And then we have some weird wheels, which are alright, I guess. And then really nothing that exciting. And then you get to your goal explosion, which really is what has saved all of these rocket passes so far. All these rocket passes that have been bad, these goal explosions have been really, really nice looking. If it wasn't for the goal explosions, it would be a huge yikes. Now, I gotta say, items themselves are cool, right? A lot of people like items. I used to be a huge item collector and trader before they ruined all that. But items are not enough in themselves to keep this game going. Now, the bottom line is I want this game to grow and thrive, and I just have not been seeing that as of late. There's been a lot of issues with laziness, I feel like, and a lot of issues with reskins. And I know they're working on Unreal Engine 5. I'll touch on that later. But you have to have some more stuff than putting Tora back in the item shop. Like, is anyone buying this other than people that are like, okay, that's cool, here I go, I haven't played this game, I want an item, right? So you have the item shop, and then we have the packs, and I mean, you have the bundles too. I don't think there's any in the shop right now, but it's just overpriced bundles, overpriced items, and that's really their updates. It's items that are the updates. And that is simply not good enough to keep this game going and grow this game. Something else about items that I want to touch on is it would be different if... Well, it wouldn't be different, but it would be better, I should say. It would be better. We're setting a bar very low here for Psyonix right now. But it would be better if these items were desired. But, like, all of this, like, is anyone wanting these items? Aside from probably Black Dracos. Black Dracos are pretty cool, I'll give them that. But we've seen Black Dracos for years. They've been around for ages. So, I mean, everyone that wants them, a lot of people probably already have them. You know I think I have 3 sets. 3 sets of tradable Dracos back from when I was trading. So, nothing else in this item shop is remotely cool, I don't think. And I think many people would agree with it. And at the end of the day, a lot of people don't even care about items. So, I mean, most pros have the boringest cars possible. So, I mean, items are not enough. Items are not enough, let's put it that way. Now, earlier I had touched on how Rocket League sucks at marketing. They also suck at hyping stuff up. They used to be better at this, actually. They used to be way better at hyping things up. I don't know what's happened. I feel like it's since Epic has taken over, they've just gotten worse at that. But this is a good example. So they're trailers, right? They used to have trailers for stuff, and they used to release them quite a while. Well, not quite a while, but they used to release them a good while before the actual update. This trailer update was like 3 days before the actual Rocket Pass just dropped. And at the end of the trailers, they used to always put a really cool item as like if you stayed. So they'd put the trailer, and then they'd put the end, like this is the end, and then at the very end of the trailer, they'd put like a sneaky, like, look, here's a really cool item coming, right? And I think they did that for like I think the Ghostbusters trailer or the Radical Summer. Radical Summer was peak of this game, by the way. Let me just say that right now. Radical Summer was the peak of this game. They brought out new modes. They had a roadmap telling us exactly what was coming. They had incredibly cool items. Like, it was so fun. It was the best time I have ever had playing this game. 100%. But yeah, like, just even, like, little magical things, like adding sneak peeks to really cool items at the very end of trailers, like, that was really cool to me. Like, that's something, at least. It shows that they're trying, you know? So I am aware that this video is all over the place, by the way, guys. I usually don't record 2 videos in a week, right? So this one's a little different for me, but I wanted to say it. I wanted to get this out here. I felt it needed to be said. So yeah, it's not structured at all, is what I'm saying, but I'm making points, okay? Now, let's get back to it. So something else I wanted to touch on in items is usually for a new season, I have not cared about the Rocket Pass, right? So usually I've been banking on tournament rewards. Now let's go look at the tournament rewards for this season, because usually the tournament rewards, I would say, are some of the coolest items that drop every season. That's even out of like random blueprint stuff. Like their blueprint stuff is whatever, it's garbage. But the tournament rewards are pretty cool. Now, this looks like a reskin. It looks like something we already have. Then we have this, which looks like another kind of reskin. I mean, it's just crazy lines, crazy swirls, whatever. Now, this legitimately, I would say, is the only cool and thoughtful item of this tournament rewards. And that, to me, is sad. Tournament rewards should be something you want, right? Because you want people to play tournaments. That's one of your newest things you put into the game. So you want people to play tournaments. But why the hell am I going to play tournaments if there is seriously one item that most people would desire? Like, I don't think anyone wants any of this other stuff. Like, who wants any of this other stuff? I know I don't care about the black markets. I know I don't care about Happy Starbeam Sacred. It's cute, but like, do I really want it? No. And I think many people would agree. Toilet paper is the coolest item in this Rocket Pass. And it's far and away the only thing, like, if I get it, I'm not going to care about tournaments again. So that's touching on the tournament rewards side of those. Now, as I was saying how Rocket Pass has been disappointing for the past few seasons, and I've went to tournament rewards, but I want to take a deeper look into why the Rocket Pass has been disappointing. I mean, so originally, I had, like, extreme hype whenever a Rocket Pass came out. I would jump on it right in the morning, right when it came out, just to look at the items, because a lot of the items were really cool. Now, the first point I want to make about Rocket Pass is, Rocket Pass has lost its magic entirely right when they got rid of the fact that tiers past tier 70 were not random. When everyone's getting the exact same items past tier 70, that is mind-blowing to me. Like, that is so f***ing boring. Like, no one has hype for an item anymore. Like, it was always fun to be in a lobby with someone and then be like, oh my god, I just got a titanium white insert cool Rocket Pass item, right? And everyone didn't get it at the same time, so it was like, whoa, that's a cool drop, you know? Now, aside from the stuff beyond tier 70 being sad with how they executed that and taking that away from us, the items themselves. This has been an issue ever since, I think, Epic took over. Ever since Epic bought Psyonix, the items themselves have been an issue. I have not had hype for like a whole tier Rocket Pass for I want to say season 14, which at the time, if I am looking at this correctly, at the time it was called Rocket Pass 6, and it was season 14, the last season before they went free to play, and all of those items were really cool, really unique. All the items past tier 70 were really cool, really unique. You used to have like normal items kind of in the first 70 tiers, and then they got kind of crazy within the tiers past 70, right? Like here, I can point them out. I mean, I have a million in here. I have some archived because they're so cool looking, by the way. So Rocket Pass in its glory days used to have incredible wheels after tier 70. They would go from being essentially kind of boring to really, really cool and wanted. For example, the Blade Wave. As you can see here, this is a very cool wheel that I think a lot of people like. And I think a lot of people still would say they would rock to this day. I know I've used it often. And this was after tier 70. They got painted. They got really cool. And then I know there's another one. Yeah. Then you have Diamondix. Another really cool wheel that everyone loves and thinks is really cool. Right? That was after tier 70. I mean, you have black. You have white. I mean, it's great. Again, a cool wheel. Metalwork. I mean, it's not the best wheel. Don't get me wrong. But this is still an upgrade. A very nice looking upgrade compared to what it had looked like previous to this. And these, I remember the absolute hype that came out when grip strides were a thing. Grip strides used to be crazy cool to everyone. Everyone wanted them. They were the newest Rocket Pass at the time. And I want to say that they go for a decent amount today. But all these items, just like all those wheels that I just showed you, all of them were very desired items. And I don't feel like we really have that for Rocket Pass anymore because they're not rare, because everyone's getting the same items, and they're not as cool looking as these wheels, or as all the wheels I showed you. So there's an issue within the items themselves too. If you make good items, people want the items, you know? It's that simple. For a Rocket Pass. I mean, make good items, make it fun, and it's a good Rocket Pass. It's that simple. Alright, so now that items are out of the way, let's talk about the game itself. Now, every season, as of recent, has been themed, right? And the most recent theme is animation, or animated, I think is what they're calling it. Now, usually with the themes, they released the Rocket Pass based around the theme, which I would say have not been as good as when they weren't as themed. Let's say that first of all. And then they release an arena usually around the theme as well. Now, this arena is one of the worst reskins I have ever seen in a Rocket League arena. There have been reskins before. Okay, there have been reskins before, but this one is just sad. Let's go into it. Neo Tokyo animated reskin. See this arena here, guys? Like, are we seeing this? I get it's supposed to be animated, but the amount of laziness in this reskin is just atrociously bad. All they really did was change the floors. I mean, look at the floors. The floors look god awful, and I think score up there might also be different. I mean, at the core of the game, you have the maps. The maps and the actual gameplay are what this game has been built around forever. And if you can't execute a new, nice-looking map every season, like, what are you doing? Where are your resources going? What is your design team doing? Like, I get that you're working on Unreal Engine 5. I'll talk about that later, like I said. But if your design team cannot come up with something better than probably taking a day to make Neo Tokyo worse, like legitimately, that's all they did, was they made Neo Tokyo worse. And we're like, okay, that's good enough, guys. Like, there is so much laziness in this season that I have seen, and really the past few seasons, if we're talking legit. It's been the past few seasons, but this season was a new level of laziness. Now, the final thing I want to touch on is, so the overall game has been the same for ages, right? Everyone knows the overall game has been the same. And at the core, that is not a bad thing at all. This game, it has to be the same in order to maintain it being Rocket League, right? I mean, you're not just going to randomly plug in guns to the main game, right? You have to have the core mechanics and core game be the same because it's car soccer, right? However, with this being said, they almost never add something unique to this game. They have added tournaments, and they have added Heat Seeker recently. And I use the word recently very, very lightly here. And so after they added Heat Seeker and after they added tournaments, we have not seen anything since. And here is my biggest issue with Psyonix. And I would say a lot of people's biggest issue with Psyonix. So in the past, and for a while, they had been great. Actually, so in the past, like before Epic, before all that, for like a long time ago, they came out with roadmaps for like the months after they released that. Like it was just a plan of what was going down, what was coming to the game, all of that. They stopped with that. Then it was quiet on their end. Then there was a big community outrage as, oh, Psyonix is not communicating. Psyonix is not telling us stuff. Psyonix is not, I mean, they're quiet. Psyonix is just dead quiet. They're not communicating with the community. They don't care, right? They don't care. And for a long time it stayed like that. Until one update, they were like, we hear the community. We'll be more communicative with the community. And since they said that, we have not had any legit communication other than, oh, a new DLC is coming to Rocket League. Oh, a new Rocket Pass is coming to Rocket League. I'm sorry, but no one gives a shit about your new DLC. No one gives a shit about your new items. We want game stuff. We want something that we can tell that you're putting time and effort in on this game right now that's not Unreal Engine 5. We want to know that you're working on your game no matter what. The game we're playing currently, we want updates on. We want to know what you're doing to better this game, to make it look better, to make better maps, to make better items if you can even. I mean, better items, sure. Give us actual items that people want for prices that people want or something at least. But yeah, Psyonix communication has sucked, and they've lied to us about it too, because they said they were going to be better, and they haven't been better. Psyonix is a lot like a girlfriend in a way. You love them, but they suck a lot sometimes. I mean, like, whew, you know? Now, my final point of this video. This is a very important one. So I will forgive Psyonix about all of this as long as, one, they are upfront with us soon about where they are with Unreal Engine 5 and getting the game switched over to that / Rocket League 2, however you want to say it. I want to know. Everyone wants to know. What is up with Unreal Engine 5? Where is it? What process is it in? Are we getting it in 2025 or are we getting it at the beginning of 2023? There's a big difference, and the people need to know this because this game is going to be dead if it's in 2024, 2025. Like, this game is on such a downward spiral at the moment that people need the communication. And if we have nothing to look forward to and don't know when it's coming, this game is just, people are going to leave. And now, my second point as to I will forgive them for all of this is when Unreal Engine 5 is released, this game better be polished. It better be polished to the core. It better have creative mode and maybe a bunch of other stuff that is unique, we've never seen before. Like if you're putting so many resources that you cannot make the game you have and the game everyone's playing right now, if you can't upgrade this game, that other game that you're making has to be incredible. And if it is not incredible, and if it is buggy, and if it is bad looking, and if it doesn't have everything that the community wants right away, there's an issue there. Because all your resources and all the community will have lost trust in you. They will have felt blindsided by you. Like, that will be the last straw. But that's my takes, guys. Rocket League has been, I don't want to say dying. Okay, I don't want to say dying. I feel like it has, but I don't want to say that. I mean, I've looked at all the viewing numbers for RLCS and stuff. It looks like it's dying. But the people that love the game are still playing it. But they won't be if this keeps up. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I know this was a bunch of stuff, kind of all mixed together. It wasn't very structured, as I said. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you agree with a lot of my points. If you do, go drop a like, drop a sub. I usually don't make 2 videos, but this one deserves it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.